Hello and welcome back to another episode in the series of, I don't really know what to call this series to be fair, maybe I'll call it Working on a Car I Should Have Left Alone. So, as in the last one, this fiberglass edge is now all done apart from this bit which I kind of cocked up because the bumper moved and I didn't realise. What I'm going to do today is I might add a bit more fiberglass on that just to make it a bit thicker, and then I'm going to make the face, or the rear face, will then complete that body kit. I've also recently upgraded my setup because we now have all fancy bits of stuff. Ring light, phone holder. So the Pro will no longer be used. Well, it might be used, but for little bits. And we've got the proper camera tripod-y, movable thing. Got one of them now. So yeah, no, that's all good. Right, let's get to it. Right, so today's one is to fill in this gap here. As you can see, I've already put a bit of signboard in, just because, create a barrier at the back, stop the fiberglass from going anywhere. Annoyingly, this slip I made here in the last video is completely fucking wrong. So that needs extending, cutting away, and doing all sorts of shit. Already got my selection of fiberglass, just got to mix up some resin, then we'll get to it. Right, got my resin. I'm going to apologise for some of the noise in the background because my dear Fasha is here to do body work and painting and such, whilst I piss around with this. Right. Yes, you can make as much noise as you fucking want now. Because all this is going to be sped up. There we are. Right, made as much mess as I possibly could, but at least you can now see all the fiberglass is in there, well, mostly anyway. Gonna have to do it in 2 runs, so I'll have to let this stuff set off, and then I can go over it again. Because despite the fact I hot glued my signboard in, the signboard's moved, so it's all just being pushed further back into the bumper, which is no fucking good. So once all that's all dry, we'll continue.
One eternity later.
Right, as you can see, fiberglass has gone off nicely. I mean, in most areas, this bit's still a bit tacky because someone didn't add enough hardener. So, but, after another go over with some more resin, it's all gone off nice and solid. So what I'm going to do, because we've been left with a bit of a dip here, I don't know if you can really see that in the video. Let me just move the camera, hang on. There we go, now it's a bit closer. You can see that, there is a bit of a channel there. Just where the fiberglass has sunk into the gap where my barrier was, because my barrier's moved. Despite the fact my best attempts, I mean, the top of it's still sticking out there, but that'll be sanded off and re-fiberglassed over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and rough this up a little bit, just to create a nice rough surface, and then I'm going to chuck some fiberglass filler in it. Not much point putting yet more fiberglass in it, because there's just not. So chuck some fiberglass filler in there, then once that goes off, which will probably be, I'll let that go off during the week. And then next weekend, I will be sanding it down and reshaping all of this that I've had to remodify because the kit's shit. Right, so I've got my filler all mixed up here. I know, nice and standard mixture of golf ball to a pea, give or take. So now we've just got two, which I feel like it will be much easier if I did this by hand rather than with a scraper. But we've just got to jam that all in there. And hopefully I've mixed up enough. See, that's where it becomes easier by hand than it does with a scraper, because it's a little bit just under there. You can't get the scraper in. A bit more up here. Fill that gap out. Nice press in. This is where mixing up not enough is a problem, because this is all I've got left. And that needs to just be pressed into there. Feed that down. We'll just scrape that off on there. And try and collect that. And then I'm just going to use my finger to just make sure it's all pressed down. And what I'm going to do, which again is sort of a, don't really do it because it's easier just to sand it away, is I'm going to try and smooth it off just roughly with my finger, just while it's going off, because that's now starting to go hard. Just smooth it off my finger just to make sure it is everywhere I need it to be. A little bit needs adding in there. There we go, just smooth that off like that. Getting all the nooks and crannies up here. There we go, that's about as smooth as I'm going to get that. Yeah, I'm now committed, taking my gloves off. So that's about as smooth as I'm going to get that. So that's now that face there pretty much built up. I mean, if I need a little bit more, that'll be just normal filler, or maybe sand it completely back and put just one last layer of fiberglass over just to seal everything in, make sure it's all good. So right, while we leave that to set, I'll same as usual, you know, if you like what you see or you want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that little bell thing, hit the little bell icon, so you know, get a notification next time I upload a video. Should be next. I mean, I'm trying to keep quite regular anyway, so trying to, you know, do at least a weekend. But if I upload, you know, one a bit out of the ordinary, which this one will be, because this one is now Bank Holiday Monday for us English people, and I'm not entirely sure who else celebrates it around the world. So that's going to dry now, and yeah, See you in the next one.